Outer Orange.
Welcome in, card gamers! Hope you guys are having a wonderful time. I'm making this video literally after my reveal and after my Chicago stuff, like bringing this video out after all that, but I'm recording it before everything, so it's gonna be a really weird one. Congratulations to all you guys that went to Chicago and Germany and all that stuff. Hope you guys had a wonderful time. This includes myself too. I hope I had a good time. I don't know, but I hope I clapped some cheeks. I don't know if I clapped some cheeks, but I hope I did. I don't know. It's really weird talking to past future me. I'm not. This is why I don't play Gear Chronicle. Anyway, guys, let's go talk about the Gram Blue reveals. I did want to talk about them. I just really didn't want to release this video in between everything else because I have the reveal going on and I'm going to Chicago, and I want to talk about the fact that I'm going to Chicago. So I just had all these other videos kind of in between, and it felt weird putting this one in between all of it. So I decided to just do it after. So first of all, we have the Pirate King of the Eternal Darkness. That's right. That's what you heard me. You heard me. Gram Blue Vampire says, when this unit attacks, cost Carablast 1. Choose up to 3 cards from drop with different card names. Call them to rear guard until end of turn. Those called cards get 5k. Second skill says, continuous on deck circle. If there are 30 or more cards in your drop zone, when your opponent would call from hand to guard circle, they must call 3 or more cards. Woo! All right, so let's talk about this. Strat's pretty nutty. There's quite a few things. If you're playing a normal like Beatrice Night Rose build, like this is just another win con essentially. You can not go into Bad Bounty, go to this instead. I think it's better alternative to Megiddo sometimes because Megiddo can be very costly, very painful, and you know this card lets you don't normally when you go into Megiddo is because you're about to deck out. Megiddo is like the other alternative to just not deck out. So essentially you would go into that, but now you can go into this card as well. You could choose to just go into this and try to kill your opponent off of this one, which is good because in Bad Bounty there are definitely situations where you're like, oh yeah, so yeah, I'm about to deck out here, and my only option is Bad Bounty. Well, you're screwed because you're gonna deck out, especially if OT is still in deck. If OT is still in deck and you're aware of this, that is a big yikes because you are in big trouble. If you have like 7 cards in deck and you don't have a bone or whatever, you're going to deck out. You literally have to be very cautious with your swings. You hope if you don't see it on your first turn, cool, but if you see it on Night Rose, you're dead. It's just all these weird situations, but this card lets you just avoid all that. So it lets you call 3 different cards and different card names. This does stop you from doing Skull Dragon plays or Scaredick plays, like multiples of them, but this doesn't stop the Beatrice Nightstorm Skull Dragon combo. You can keep doing this. Now granted, if your opponent's at 4 damage and they hit a defense, it does kind of lower the power level of this card just because you don't have that Night Rose buff that Night Rose gives. However, you do get that one little buff in between, so you can attack early and then attack with Vanguard, get the little buff, and then you can keep looping that way. But again, if your opponent hits defenses, they don't really have to block anymore. However, this card does enable pretty much if you OT, you're fine, but if you don't OT, you lose, because the guard restrict, which is a 3-card guard restrict, is very rough because it lets you finish games faster. Under Bad Bounty, it takes a little bit longer to kill your opponent, but under this, yeah, 3-card guard restrict is insane. You can start with Beatrice, go into Nightstorm, go into Beatrice, go into Nightstorm, go into a Skull Dragon, whatever you want to do, and then you can go into this card, do it all over again, and you have to guard with 3 cards each time. By the way, 3-card guard restrict does enable the kill to happen faster, whereas under Bad Bounty takes a little bit longer. So if your opponent's at 5 damage, chances are, unless they OT, they just lose under this card. Now there is also hyper milling that you can do with this card. I'm not going to go into full detail because I know there's a lot of people practicing for Springfest, and I don't want to give anything away for those that may be testing for hyper mill builds, but pretty much you can hyper mill to the point where you have your 30 card drop condition earlier, and then you can stride to this card and try to finish your opponent there. You do need to have some aggression behind this, and it takes a lot, but you can do it, and it's actually very easy. And then you can loop this. Now, like I said, downside is you're not getting much power, but you can do stuff like Scaredick plays and all this other stuff and kind of just finish your opponent there. There's definitely strategies that you can do for hyper mill with this card, which could be a little scary. Anytime I see a card with 3-card guard restrict, I get a little scared. I'm not even gonna lie, especially if it's a global till end of turn type of guard restrict. Like on battle isn't that bad for that battle, but a full on till end of turn guard restrict is pretty brutal, and I have yet to see these outcomes end well. There's usually something that happens, either it's a ban or like something usually gets banned, or something not happens, something usually happens. So I can definitely see that this card might have something, either something in Gram Blue will get hit, or maybe they might change this card. I don't really know. I'm just talking speculation here. I never see 3-card guard restricts end well that are global, so I'm really excited. Let's talk about the G guard. Now G guard, let me move it up a little bit. Now G guard, I actually was not surprised by the G card at all, because I feel like Grand Blue already has everything that other clans were kind of lacking, so whatever they give it to it wouldn't be that insane. And that they gave it the one thing that Grand Blue actually didn't have, and that is this card right here. So it says Phantasm, Princess of the Moon, chanting Oriana. She is a Grand Blue ghost unit. You can't use the ghosty skill with her. It has to be a ghosty. This isn't a ghosty, it's a ghost. But it says when this unit is put on the guard circle, counterblast, just it costs counterblast for every 10 cards in your job. The attacking unit gets -1 crits. So essentially, you'll usually hit the 1 crit or 2 crit. The 3 crit will be a little hard, but usually you can negate a 2 crit, which is really good because there's so many force decks and all this stuff that just kind of exists with their restanding and the crits and power and pressure, like DP and Fenrir and Regalia, and there's probably more out there that I'm not thinking off the top of my head, but there's quite a few. So this card will definitely help with that pretty well. By the way, if you still need cards, shop at 50cards.shop. Forgot to mention earlier, so I'm mentioning it now. I'm just randomly bringing it up. Yeah, don't forget to do that. And also, if you're enjoying this content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button to see more wonderful content from me. But anyway, yeah, this card's just good. It's just a good card. It's just like a toolboxing card. I would not say this is a always situation. This won't be a card that you will always play into it, just because if the meta doesn't call for like aggressive crits or anything like that, I don't think you'll need it. But when meta does call for aggressive crits and stuff like that, you can definitely run it as a 1 of, maybe 2 of. I really doubt you run it 2 of, because there's really not that much room in Grand Blue's arsenal of 16 cards in the G zone. As surprising as it sounds, you really need to make use of every single slot. So this will definitely be like a if maybe type of situation more than a must. But you can choose to run this and run 1 Neganora. Normally you run 2 Neganora, so you can choose to run 1 Neganora, run this instead. Awesome cards. Very excited. I'm very excited. Anyway, that's all I have for this. So I just want to give you guys the deets, kind of my thoughts on it. I know a lot of people have been asking me what my thoughts are on these cards, so here's the video on it. Here it is. It's a little late, but here it is. But anyway, guys, that's all. I hope you guys had fun. Again, thank you, congratulations, and thank you to all the people that I have met / whatever it is that I do in the next few days. I don't know, because this video is coming out way after that. Never done something like this. It's really freaking weird. I don't know how to feel like what is future OuterOrange up to. I don't know, because future OuterOrange, I guess we'll find out, right? It's just I just have no idea. But anyway, y'all, so I'm gonna head out. Peace out. Hope you guys have fun. Hope you guys are enjoying the reveals. Yeah, peace out, guys. That's what I do. See you guys next time. Bye.